So I love the backstory of how you two met. So tell us a little bit about your journey and how you came to this path in your life.
We both worked in the film industry. I was a producer, he was in the grip department, and we had mutual friends. And one night a friend was owed a favor, and I had just finished a renovation on my kitchen. He came to cook dinner, and we've kind of been together ever since.
I love hearing that. And this is such a beautiful restaurant because it is fine dining, but you feel at home. You feel so comfortable. So what was the inspiration for Wife in the Somm?
Well, we had, while I was still working in the film business and a lot of TV shows, I had a lot of extra time. We redid our backyard as I was slowly moving in, and so we threw a lot of dinner parties and hosted a lot of people, and everyone just loved what we were, the food we were doing. And once I really started getting into wine, the story of each wine, and
pairing the food and the wine together was just what we loved so much.
Wife in the Somm is nothing short of a fine dining experience, but with a completely different approach to wine tasting.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we think wine is just fun, I mean, one of the things we always did was go to Santa Barbara a lot to wine taste on the weekends when we had time off. And we really just fell in love with it, and just the whole ritual of opening a nice bottle and sharing it with friends. And we saw some places, there definitely was that stigma of the sommelier, and they'd come over and you'd have this big list of, some places even with an iPad, and you're like, oh my God, this is so overwhelming. And we really just wanted to, push that aside and just make it super fun. We swap all the wines out all the time.
That's so fun. Okay, can we talk about the location too? This is truly a hidden gem. I mean, you come down, you drive down, and you're almost in a neighborhood. This is literally like a neighborhood hotspot.
Yeah, Glassell Park, we wanted it to be a neighborhood vibe, as well as, where people could come back time and time again, always get a little something different on our menu, although we always have a steak, we always have a pasta, but we change it up with the seasons, and same thing we do with the wines. And we just want it to be approachable from a price point perspective. You can get a very reasonably priced, delicious glass of wine, but you can also go into our rare and vintage Corvin section where you can have a delicious higher end wine that you might not be able to afford on a normal basis buying it by the bottle.
Okay, is it true that it is extensive training, that you have to go through all these different tests to become a sommelier?
If you want different certifications, I mean, we know some people in the wine business who never took a class. But yeah, there are, if you go with the quartermasters or the WSET, they really show you like how to taste, how to break a wine down, and then the quartermaster sommeliers gets more into the service aspect, and the WSET Wine and Spirit Education Trust gets more into like just the world of wine, the production of it, how it grows, everything that gets it to the glass.
After getting a little Sommelier 101 course, I learned that the shape of the glass really does make a difference.
It does make a difference. So that's why this glass is called a Burgundy glass, and this is a Bordeaux glass. So normally you want to have lighter skin, a lot of Pinots in there, Chardonnays, and then the Bordeaux glass is more for bigger, bolder, obviously Bordeaux styles, Cabernet Merlot. And we just use a coupe for all our sparklings because a flute really isn't good for any sparkling wine.
Wow, I never knew that. Interesting. I'm going to have to get all new glasses for my bubbly wines now. All right, well, Christy, thank you so much. I am starving right now, and I know Chef is making stuff, so I'm going to go and talk to him to see what kind of yummy food you have here.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I'm going to take this too.
Yeah. I have more.
All right, Chef Frank, this looks so good, and I can't wait to get into all of this. So tell us a little bit about the menu.
Sure. I mean, our main focus is locality and seasonality with kind of everything we do. I mean, the farmers market dictates what's on the menu. For instance, we have a spring blossom salad from Kenter Canyon Farms right here in Sun Valley, and even into our tuna tartare, which is we're getting line caught out of San Diego, bluefin tuna, and it rolls into our pasta special, which we get spring peas picked right out of the ground in San Luis Obispo, and even into our proteins here, we have a beautiful duck breast from Mary's farm here in California, and you can't forget about the wife's desserts.
Yeah.
And it's something you need to try before you leave. Our Basque cheesecake and my personal favorite, the carrot cake cake with our cream cheese frosting.
I'm with you. I have to try that carrot cake. It looks so good. All right,
incredible.
so Chris, let's talk a little bit about the process of how you pair a wine with a dish, because that is the whole point of Wife in the Somm.
That's really what we want. We wish we didn't have menus and we would just pair everything for everyone who came in. But Christy and I on our honeymoon in Italy learned what grows together goes together, and really honed in on how to pick out things in Chef Frank's dishes, learn about the ingredients, and then really kind of reverse engineer it into what I would want to drink with it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, you have done a beautiful job here with the space. I'm so excited to eat all of this. I can't decide where to start, but you know what? I think I do know. I'm going to start with the salad.
Yeah.
So, good choice. Thank you so
A
much,
little
guys.
ahi.